guys, thanks again for watching. Before I get to the end of the video, because I always say this at the end and forget to say it now, but please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not. It really helps my channel. I'm obviously quite small and I'm just trying to grow it a little bit. So yeah, anyway, so please do that. It definitely helps. So let's just jump into the video since I have done my little PSA and my hair is still done from the other day. Yes, I did not wash my hair. I have dry hair, so I don't wash it all the time. But now it's a bit more lived in. Today's video is super exciting, as always, because I say it's exciting every video. But today's video is all about Drugstore Eyebrow Gel dupes. And could I find them? First off, let me tell you, I have a lot. That's 7. And there were far more that I wanted to get, but I tried to kind of get one of each, or ones that I really thought kind of met my criteria. Which, let me tell you, first off, I failed miserably in that because some of them don't meet any criteria, but yeah, let's just get into it. So how I'm going to be doing this is I'm going to walk you through all 7 of them, and I'll put timestamps below, so if you're interested in one, you can check that out. And then I'm not going to apply them at first, but I'll also put timestamps when I do apply them, and that is because what I've been doing each day for the past, God, it's been like weeks now. I've been wearing each one every day, and then I have this handy dandy notebook and I write down my thoughts, and I've just kind of been building this kind of research binder, I don't know what you would call it, on all of it. And I think it's been the best way, because if I just try to remember, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll remember which one I liked. Like, no, there are 7 of them, I'm not going to remember. So that's what we're doing, and I know that a lot of people like to see it applied, myself included. So instead of applying it right now, wiping it off, I'm just going to show you each morning when I do it. It's not going to be a long clip, but you'll just get kind of a sense of what it looks like. So, number 1, we have the, oh shoot, I've already forgotten. We have the Revlon Brow Fantasy. I got this one because it is dual-ended. It's got a brow pencil, and then it's got a brow gel. I forgot about that gel. Okay, this retails for $6.79. I'm going to be looking down because I have a lot of notes and I don't want to just randomly say them. It comes in 4 colors. My initial thoughts on this is it's weird. The pencil, let's see. It's an okay pencil. Like, it doesn't really show up, but that's okay. I've been having a really hard time finding a dupe for this Anastasia brow pencil. I don't know what it is, that's another video, but this pencil is not great, and it's obviously like quite short, so if you do like it, you're gonna have to buy it again. Now my main issue with this is this. I wish you could like feel the stiffness and weirdness of this gel, but it is weird. It's just really goopy. I have, like, my first note says very goopy. I also don't like that it's a full wand. Now, my holy grail and what I kind of compare everything to is the Glossier Boy Brow. And the reason I think Glossier works so well is because it's just this. Like, it fits your eyebrow. But with this, it's like putting on mascara, like literally. Like, how, I don't know how you get precision with that. And then the fact that it's goopy is just a hard pass for me. I did say that it's good for maybe a feathery look, but again, you can get that with the Boy Brow or something similar. And then it also is definitely not good for my eyebrows, which are thicker. If you have sparse eyebrows and you really need more product, then maybe this could work. But honestly, I have other ones, you can just keep watching, that are better than this. So this is a hard pass for me. Sorry, Revlon. My next one is the Brow Drama from Maybelline, and this one is an interesting one. I'm just going to show you what the little wand looks like. It's got this kind of like bulbous end, and then it actually has kind of more product there. I don't know what that you're supposed to do, like use this end and then like sweep it through there. And maybe I should have read the instructions, but I don't think brow gels require instructions. So this retails for $7.99, not necessarily cheap. Drugstore Revlon, Maybelline, L'Oreal, those kind of like old drugstore staples are not cheap anymore. I've said that in another video, and I still say it, because you can find other drugstore ones that are way cheaper nowadays. This one says it has a 12-hour hold claim. I didn't find that to be false or true, but you know, I didn't feel it flaking off, so I guess it holds true. And then I said that the gel consistency is nice. The wand is awkward, and there are 5 shades. Sorry, I'm just reading my notes, honestly. I'm trying to give you all the details. So this one has a bit more of a crunchy kind of hold to it. Maybe that's how they get the 12-hour hold. So that's something to keep in mind. This one I don't hate. I don't love it, I don't hate it, it's just kind of there. Oh, and lastly about that one, it comes in 5 shades. Most of these don't have a black. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. If there is a black shade, I will let you know. But this one so far is my favorite. It is tiny, it's e.l.f. Kind of makes sense. It's actually almost the same size as the Boy Brow. And I would say it's maybe the closest dupe for that, because it's got this tiny little wand. This one is a Boy Brow, and this one is the e.l.f. You can see the wand is a bit larger for the e.l.f., but it's pretty close. As close as I've found. This stuff comes in 4 shades, no black, and it does have a clear, and it is $4! Ah, that's insane. I mean, it's tiny. Like, I feel like I would run out of it pretty quickly, but it's $4, and you can find it at Target or the drugstore. Like, you can find it a lot of places. The brush is one of the best selling points for it, and the pigment is pretty good. I got light browns for most of these, and I think I'm gonna get a blonde instead, because I already have thick, kind of pigmented, I don't know how you say that, brows, and I don't need a lot of color for mine, so I would get maybe a blonder shade. It does say that it's fiber infused, and if you look at the wand close up, you can kind of tell, and then it's a wax gel. In my opinion, it doesn't feel tacky or kind of immobile. So it does kind of remind me of that, the Boy Brow in that respect. Okay, so our next one is this little bad boy from Essence. This is a whopping $2.99. Craziness! Like, I don't know. It comes in 3 shades, so maybe that's why. And one of my first comments and thoughts on it was that the brush has a lot of material, so you have to be a little careful. Obviously, like, brush it off, but you're gonna get some color. And it is pigmented, more so than the Glossier one. The brush, I think, could be a bit more refined. Actually, it's pretty similar to the e.l.f. So this is the Essence, and then this is the e.l.f. They're very similar. The problem with the Essence, if I look really closely, and I'm sorry I can't show it, but there's just so much product on there, as opposed to this, which has a little bit. I mean, it has enough, but it works better like this. So this one, maybe there's something with the product formulation that you just get a shit ton on there, and it's not always a good thing. It went on pretty smoothly, and I didn't feel that it was tacky. Some of the old school drugstore ones I felt were quite tacky. So the next one we have is the Wet n Wild Gimme Brow Ultimate Brow. They all have the same name. I'm sorry. It's like Gimme Brow, blah, blah, blah. A play, like some punny play on words. But this one is $4.99. It comes in 3 shades and is quite pigmented. The brush is not my favorite. It's a bit bigger. You can see that. And I thought too much product came out on the brush. It does have a pretty good hold, but it is a bit cakey, so, I mean, it's not my favorite. I'll just put that out there. last but not least, I'm just opening and playing with them, so that's what I'm always doing, something with my hands. This is the Catrice Eyebrow Filler Perfecting and Shaping Gel. This comes in 2 colors, which is interesting, light and dark brown, and is $5.49. So again, maybe these cheaper ones, they come in less shades, so they're cheaper. I don't know. The brush is too big, but in my comments, I said that the consistency is the most like the Glossier Boy Brow, which are some pretty high words and praise. I liked everything but the brush, which is kind of an important part when it comes to an eyebrow gel, and it impressed me for $5.49. Okay, so I know I look a little different, and that's because I am a little different. This is in the future. I had tested out quite a few of the mascaras that you just saw, and then I had a big break because I was doing more research, finding more drugstore products, and I had to test them, and then things just got kind of crazy. This is a huge video. It was overwhelming. Basically, needless to say, this is pretty much in the future, and I have 2 more that I wanted to go over, and then I will recap it all and tell you my final thoughts on all of them. So the next one I wanted to share with you is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I got this in a blonde shade because some of the others I had in brunette, and I actually don't mind like a lighter brow. That's because my brows are so dark anyway that sometimes when I'm going for a really natural look, I go with a blonder shade. I obviously brush it through more. I don't want my brows tinted blonde, but it's a good trick to kind of make them look a little bit less intense and crazy. So this one is the NYX one. This is one of the more expensive drugstore ones, but this wand is pretty great. It does look like mascara, but it is shorter. It retails for $7.50, and I would say, even though it is one of the more expensive ones, the hold is really nice. It's the right amount of hold, but softness. You don't get really kind of like cakey, crusty brow gel. So that is the NYX one. This one is a mouthful to say. Let me see if I can say it in one go. It's the Beautifully Bare Sheer Tint Brow Gel. Yes, got it. And this one retails for $5, so a little bit more than the other e.l.f. one. And it's got this really long and skinny wand. It's super skinny and it's super sheer. If you were to go like this on your hand, you don't see anything. So when they say that this one is a sheer tint, they do mean it. So if you want more color, this would not be the one that I would go for. I do find that this one has a lot of hold, and if you're looking for something to kind of give you that bushy brow look, this one's great because it really can help you kind of separate and accentuate each one, and you can brush them up. Okay guys, this has been a journey. This video has probably taken me 2 months to do, and a lot of time, a lot of thought, a lot of research. A lot of everything has gone into it. Obviously, like I said earlier, this is kind of after some of the other parts of the video, but that's for good reason. When I do these big reviews, especially of products that I truly in my heart want to know which one is the best, it does take me a while because I use them every day, and I use them kind of haphazardly, and I take notes when I use them. So this is why I look different, but let us wrap it up and let me rank them all in order. So I tried out 8 total. I only have 6 on my top 6 list because I'm throwing 2 out. I do not recommend them, and that would be the Revlon Brow Fantasy and then the Maybelline Brow Precise. Those 2, I'm not even ranking because I really don't recommend you spend your money on them. Number 1, we have the e.l.f. Wow Brow. I always say Brow Wow or Wow Brow, but whatever. You get the point. This one is $4. It is the best bang for your buck, is what I basically think. $4. Yes, it is small, but it's kind of comparable in size to the Glossier one. And again, it's $4. And I would say in a lot of ways it is the closest to the Glossier one in terms of the brush size. You get quite a bit more pigment, I would say, than maybe the Glossier, but if you kind of use a little bit of a lighter hand, you can really get a natural, wonderful look. And again, I go back to the price. It's $4 and it does hold, and it's not like tight and gross. And next up we have the Essence Make Me Brow. This one is amazing because it is $2.99, which is, I guess it's only $1 less than the e.l.f., but that's pretty great. And so for that reason alone, if it performs well and it's cheap, I'm going to rank it higher just because this is a drugstore video. The only thing that I thought would make this a better one than the e.l.f. one is all of it could be more refined. So the brush is a bit kind of like compact, I guess is the word. If it just had longer bristles so that you could really precisely get into your brows, I would prefer that. And then I think the performance of the product itself could be refined a bit more. But for $2.99, I'm kind of okay with the fact that it's not the most mind-blowing thing in the world. The next one we have is the NYX one. So it's the more expensive of the others, but the brush is worth it. Do you see these bristles? They are so separated. It's really easy to get nice, precise strokes into your eyebrows, and I felt that the hold was really a good tight hold, no goopiness, very easy product to work with, and so I highly recommend that one. The next one I have number 4 out of 6, and it seems low, but I actually use this all the time, and the only reason I ranked it lower is because it is a sheer tint. So unless that's what you're going for, it kind of has to go a little lower just because you're not going to be getting the color payoff that you might want from some of these other brow gels. The other reason that I ranked it low is because this brush is so long. So you can see it starts here and ends there. It's kind of hard to like get through your eyebrows. You just have to be a little bit more precise and kind of calculated about it. But the hold is really, really great. And I do like it for those kind of no makeup days because it is so sheer. You can just kind of throw it on, but your brows stay in place. Number 5, we have the Catrice. So the reason that this one is second to last is because it is kind of, I don't know, it's a bit awkward. Like when it comes out, there's too much product on the brush. The brush is too big. And I just found that I was putting too much product on and having to work a little too hard. Now, it is $5.49, so if you want and you like Catrice or something, you're not going to be breaking the bank with it. The product is a little goopy, like I said, like it comes out, there's too much. But that said, it does have kind of the hold and the kind of the feel once it's on your brows as the Glossier Boy Brow. The last one that I have is, I will place the picture right up there. It is the Maybelline Brow Drama. And I actually gave this one away because I just wasn't using it. And I don't like to keep products that I'm not using because I have too many. And the reason that I have it last of the ones that I'm letting you guys know about is because it just felt unremarkable to me. It had the like kind of bulbous end of the tip, which is weird to say. And it was $8. So I'm over these drugstore ones at Maybelline, Revlon, just pricing them kind of not drugstore-ish. If you can't keep up with e.l.f. and Essence and even Catrice in the $4 or $5, $3 range, then like, I'm sorry, I'm not spending $10 on you. And they're not cruelty-free. The only one that's cruelty-free is CoverGirl. So Revlon and Maybelline, I'm like, I'm not going to buy you guys anymore. Just get with it. That is what I have. I would say out of all of those 5, it's just up to you about what you really are looking for. If you don't mind a larger brush, if you don't mind more product on, or if you like that, then some of these other ones that I ranked lower could work for you. Whew, you guys, I'm so glad this video is over. Not in like that I'm tired of it. Well, I am. I've thought a lot about it. But because it was a beast. It was a beast to film. It was a beast to like pull everything together, get all my thoughts collated, and give you the recommendations that I wholeheartedly believe in. But like I said, all of the top 5 that I have right here, we have e.l.f., Essence, NYX, another e.l.f., and Catrice. all 5 of these you really can't go wrong with, and then it just becomes kind of a matter of what you like. And if you do have questions, like, just let me know in the comments. I love answering and helping you guys out. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!